The Blasting Room Signature Series drums by Jason Livermore and Bill Stevenson is a fantastic new Kontakt-based drum kit from a great new company called Room Sound, who've also done the Kurt Ballou drums. This particular kit I really like for nice, heavy, meaty rock drums. It's got a simple, intuitive interface with lots of nice control over the sound. I want to just go over it real quickly and then jump in and put it to work. We've got a grooves tab over here where we can audition different grooves and load them in or drag them into the DAW. We have a kit select tab where we can substitute each of the drums by clicking on here and tapping to audition, of course, and whatever selected drum is available. We have various controls over here for tuning and for bleed and gain, and we have as well a mixer tab with really full-featured mixing. We got all the individual mics, and each one has 4 insert slot effects with a host of great sounding internal plugins. There's reverb sends on a per channel basis. There's aux sends that send to the auxes within Kontakt if you want to mix using plugins outside of this interface. We've got a global full mic bleed, which will allow mic bleed to go into all of the other mics, and when it's off, it goes just into the room mics and the overheads, and when it's on, we can control the amount of mic bleed in each of the mics from here. We have 4 different room mics. When you click on each one, you'll see what it's been recorded with, and they all sound fantastic. And there's a master channel as well with 4 insert slots. And then there's a key mapping page for, well, key mapping. So what I want to do is put this to work with Logic's drummer. Here I've called up a default rock groove. I've got Kyle playing the SoCal kit, which is the most generic Logic drummer sound you can get. All right, sounds pretty good, pretty vanilla, but pretty good. I'm just going to option drag this up to the Blasting Room drum track. And by doing this, we're going to, of course, convert it to MIDI, and we can just listen to this as a default. Okay, we're not getting the hi-hats, and that's because we need to remap the hi-hats. Now, the default mapping here is with these mapped to these notes, but I'm going to redo them real quick just using simple MIDI learn. So shoulder closed is going to be F sharp. And then semi-closed, G sharp, same thing there. And then this one will be the A sharp. So we're done. I've remapped to here. So let's listen now. We can go here and bring the hi-hats up, of course. And now we can get into the fun stuff of replacing some of the sounds. I'm going to tune that down a bit. I like that one. I'm going to tune it down a bit too. And we can control how much we want going on the close mics versus the overhead mics and the room mics. I'm going to put them all up for full now. And let's go to the mixer, and we can solo and mute. Let's go to the snare top, side mic, bottom mic. So a lot of control here. We can pan them. And here with this slot selected, we get the different controls. I can choose between these or open the controls to adjust. You can hear they sound fantastic without it. And I can even move it to another slot if I want. Let's bring up the compression a little bit. We've got a mix knob. It's a nice FET style. Do a little bit in parallel. And I think you see where this is going. We've got all kinds of great control. Kick mic. Let's try some SSL style compression. I'll just dial a bit of that in as well. Let's go to the hi-hats and adjust some of the EQ there. So you can see there's some great sounding effects. And that's just basic EQ compression. We got all kinds of nice distortion and overdrive. These are the overheads. try the Transient Shaper there. Nice good slappy sound. Really lovely sounding. You can click here and see that it's placed within the kick rim area. It's a nice ribbon mic, Blumenthal position. Let's try and add some distortion onto this. Nice. We can dial as much of it or as little as we want in. And then of course we have the master channel. Got a nice bus channel strip here. Just a little bit of that in parallel. And we got some really nice sounding drums. And here's our original Kyle kit. It sounds pretty bland in comparison now. So that's the Blasting Room Signature Series drums. I really love them. I think they're great, as I say, particularly for nice, meaty drums, but you get a wide range of tone with these great sounding plugins, and you can route to Kontakt for all kinds of additional flexibility. So check them out.